Just gonna read the first and second book review that comes in the third book of Vibes of Cosmos, links down below. This is for those people who don't have the possibilities or the money or the technical abilities, and it's really awesome information because it's sweet, to the point, simple and short. So first of all, the moon. And again, this is seen in the first and second book, which you can buy digitally from the same online shop. The moon is a focused plasma phenomenon. That's awesome. That's absolutely amazing. It actually changes everything and happens in the ethereal field above. It is semi-ethereal, showing us the material field and the world we live in. Oh, it's mind-blowing. It resets your brains and your intellectual capacity. It is the mirror of the earth. Awesome. Sweet, short, and to the point. Keep it simple. That is why we always see the same face of the moon. Voila. It is the face of the earth in real time. Your head goes like that. We have to flip the moon, mirror. So that's the technical word. When you flip something, you mirror it. And to see the map of the earth in this transition. When we say earth, we mean the known world, because of course the earth plane is much bigger, right? It's what we are allowed to see. Water masses and energy, follow the hand. Water masses and energy spots give fluorescence on the ethereal field above. Those are the white areas of the moon, but land masses do not. So the water masses and energy spots, white areas of the moon. Transparent areas of the moon, blue in the sky in the day and black in the night. Awesome stuff. So white areas are the water masses, and transparent areas, which are blue in the day and black in the night. And then it goes a world map, an oceanographic map, and the world atlas by plasma moon are created in this way. Then we have the black sun below, and its motion is responsible for the creation of the sun and the moon that we see on the sky in a visible day. The sun is a focused plasma phenomenon of energy, which is positive energy, and that's why the legends speak about the sun killing vampires and the creatures of the night. And the moon of energy, negative. The moon is negative energy. That's why the moon is associated with werewolves and the dark night and all that stuff. Their shapes are like lenses, and they have the same size. Their altitude, so the height, is around 5,500 kilometers to 6,000 kilometers. That's a lot. Between 5,500 and 6,000 kilometers. And their diameter is 50 to 55 kilometers. Again, kilometers, okay? Not 5 kilometers, not 6,000 kilometers, and diameter between 50 and 55. In the real constellation circle, its center is not in the middle, and that's a misconception, right? People think that the center is in the middle. It's not. If you follow the real constellation and the actual stuff that the ancients told us, well, the ancients, we don't even know who the ancients are, but anyway, if we put the constellation circle on the moon, which is the map of the earth, in exactly the same diameter, that's important, don't stretch it and don't make it small, it has to be the same diameter, we can see that the North Pole is at the same place of the constellation circle, and that again is like your mind goes mind blown. In this way, created a constellations stars map, corresponding constellations with great depths and energy spots. So that's what you see when you see like the sky during the night, and you see all the stars and the constellations, the galaxies and stuff like that. If you put that on the map of the constellation, then you see that they correspond with the great depths and the energy spots. And that's what the first and the second book shows clearly. And then your mind goes just like boom when you see all the ocean, you see the water masses, and then you see the depths of the ocean. That's why the ocean is not allowed to be explored, to be honest, and they say there's no financing, there's no money. The center of the constellation circle and the North Pole makes a full circle too, every 26,000 years. I don't know if that's real or not, if that's true or not, but it does make some sense as well if you've researched a lot. We live in a bigger world with hidden continents. I love that. The way that he made this, we live in a bigger world with hidden continents, the bigger Earth plane. And what we know is just what we are allowed to know in this experiment. Some of them have a good climate for living, and some others do not. And that's the reason why they can come up with all this, like it's super cold or super hot like other planets, because they're just continents Some of them have good climate, some of them have bad climate. Climate conditions are changing due to the motion of the magnetic north, and while shifting, it takes along the climate zones. Daylight happens in the ionosphere because of the fluorescence of the noble gases, which are always present up there. The sun is the pilot light of the daylight, giving the direct light and the electromagnetic energy to the gases. And these are the gases, which you have them on the, probably all of you in high school have learned this. And these create a daylight umbrella below the sun's position. So that's the reason. It's just the electromagnetic, because electromagnetic energy is light. Light is electromagnetic and particles also. The interaction between that energy that comes from the visible sun with the gases, that's what we know as daylight. And that's why you have the different colors according to the sun's position. Moon phases depend on the constellation difference between sun and moon. The changing angle of the electromagnetic field below that creates the sun and the moon is the reason for the moon phases. They happen because of the limit, sun, of the cosmic energy. When I say cosmic, I'm not referring to the typical stuff you see in documentaries. Energy that comes from below. And that's the thing about the black sun from below. Yeah, that's still something that you can't know for sure, can you? Because you're not allowed to explore the depths of the earth. There's a reason why, right? But anyway, when the two conical refractions are close, the refraction that creates the sun hides apart from the refraction that creates the moon. Planets are ethereal toroidal fields, one inside the other. And this again, your mind goes like that, collapsing in the middle of nowhere. Every field gives an imprint above, just like the earth on the moon, showing us the ethereal fields that include the material field we live in. In this way, we can see the 7 ceilings of the ethereal fields that we are included in. That's why in the biblical texts they speak about the 7 heavens. It's nothing spiritual. It's pure science. It's pure like the plain earth and everything else. Then people go with everybody goes with their own ideas because they want to feel better and stuff. Stars are the reflections of the great depths and energy spots on earth. This again, this is mind-blowing. Stars are the reflections of the great depths on the bottom of the oceans and energy spots on earth. That's why we have so many stars on the night sky, especially if you're in a place where you don't have any light contamination from the cities above. So on the ethereal ceiling of our low frequency material toroidal field, moon's rotation serves us a live compass, looking at the moon in all of its phases using the axis of phases. Of course, this is very, very resumed, very, very short, but it does make a very a good point if you don't have time, or you didn't have the choice, the option of reading all the books, the first and the second book. And for those of you who actually see this for the first time, it could be actually too shocking. So it's not my intention to shock anybody. It's just it is absolutely fascinating for me. It was really fascinating when I first came across this stuff, and your mindset and your life totally changes in many ways. It makes life much easier to understand, and everything else, it just puts everything in place, and it's all the pieces of the puzzle, they go so well. So again, thanks to Vibes of Cosmos. I think that guy is a genius from Greece. And yeah, you have the links down below to his website, to his YouTube channel and online website, where you can actually buy the stuff digitally online, and that's mighty amazing. Super awesome. I'll see you guys in the next video.